Hi boys, we want to talk more about our defensive strategy. Now that our opposition have the possession of the ball, guys, now is our turn to try to steal the ball in this area or win the ball in this area right here. So for these guys, um, as you can see, there is a square right here, and as you can see as well, we have basically our team inside this square, because the main idea when we are defending, guys, is to stay compact and keep it compact. In this way, guys, in this area right here, we're gonna try to steal or win the ball. And another thing that's gonna happen as well, that we're not gonna force our opposition to play white. But inside this square or this area right here, guys, what's gonna happen is that our opposition must be uncomfortable if they wanna pass, if they wanna dribble, if they wanna move the ball up. So they are not gonna be comfortable in this area right here. That's the idea. In order to do this, guys, we need to stay compact, because in this way we are gonna avoid any passing lane. We are gonna reduce spaces for them, and in this way potentially we're gonna win the ball in this area right here. Okay, so I wanna, as you can see, look at your position striker, look at your position midfielder, and look at your position defense. And as well, Ricardo, pay attention to your position right there. So I'm gonna explain just a little bit what we can do every time that we're gonna press. Okay, strikers, try to make sure just move in this area right here in order to make pressure. We don't wanna see you try to chase or making a lot of press in this area right here, because our position is gonna beat you super easy. Okay, or in this area right here, on this area, be patient right here, just wait. At some point they have to start, they have to building up, they have to move up, because they are not gonna stay forever here. Just be patient. So just in case, guys, that we are losing, we are gonna do a high pressure, and I'm gonna explain that what we're gonna do. Okay, because if we are losing, obviously everybody's gonna make a lot of pressure in this area right here. But if we are not losing, guys, we're good. Just be patient, and we should be wait in this area right here. So striker, make sure to understand this situation, so we can have a nice balance when we are defending. Midfielders, try to keep your position as well. Okay, if this is your area, okay, if our opposition try to move or try to get wide, something like this, but if they haven't received the ball, you don't have to get wide with them or stay shoulder by shoulder. No, keep a reasonable distance. For example, I will say between 3 or 4 feet, so you can still have enough space and time in order to make pressure. So the point is, I don't want to see you, because most of the time our opposition is gonna get wide, and you are gonna try to block any passing lane, but I don't want to see you just stay shoulder by shoulder like this. No, just keep your distance. Okay, because he doesn't have the ball yet. Okay, I'm gonna explain this with more details in our example. Okay, so try to move in this area, guys, if your opponent doesn't have the ball, because they're gonna play at some point wide, but I'm gonna explain this later. Defense, try to move in this area right here, and can you see your position right here? What we want to see is just one defense in the center mid right here, and the other ones in this area right here, in order to cover our midfielder, or vice versa, something like this. But I'm gonna explain when we're gonna do this. Okay, so let's continue. As I mentioned before, guys, the main idea is to make a lot of pressure in this area, and that our opposition is uncomfortable right here. So for example, if your opposition pass the ball right here, guys, with this defense right there, what's gonna happen that our striker is gonna try to make pressure. He's the first one that is gonna make pressure right there, and our midfielder is going to move just a little bit to the left. If this midfielder or this opponent get wide, our midfielder just a little bit as well. Don't try to chase this midfielder without the ball, okay? Don't do that. Another situation can be as soon as this opponent pass the ball to this player right there, now it's time to make a lot of pressure, guys, okay, in order to steal the ball, okay? But don't get too wide with them without the ball. That's the point, okay, that I want to let you know. Okay, so in this case, let's say that this opponent passed the ball right here. Our midfielder is going to make a lot of pressure right here, and this defense is going to cover this area right here just in case if this opponent beats our midfielder right there, and our defense just move a little bit, just a little bit more. So that's the idea, guys, that everybody, as you can see, I'm gonna move this square too. As you can see, if our opposition move the ball, in this case to the left, everybody has to move to the left, okay? If our opposition move the ball to the right, obviously everybody has to move to the right too, okay? So that's the idea. Just try to read the game, guys. That's why it is important to check your shoulder, to keep your vision up, because in this way you should know when you are going to recognize when you are gonna make a pressure in order to block any passing lane, reduce openings or spaces. That's the idea. And Ricardo, please, as well, I want to highlight this. Just at some point our opposition can send some long passes right here in this area right there. So please try to pay attention to these long passes, because you can easily win the ball in these areas too. So I know that there is a risk that a midfielder can kick the ball and score from here, but you know that is not going to happen because we are going to have a lot of pressure right there, and I didn't see many situations last sessions, so you should be good. But there is a risk. Yes, there is a risk. In every single strategy there is a risk, guys, and we are going to take that. So guys, thank you for listening, and take care. Bye.